evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
23 yards on the play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Finley. And his first look is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here we go. Gone. Detroit. Who do you want? Gone.
On 3rd down, Finley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Leopard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Finley. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 yards through the air on a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. To Mixon on the check down. It'll be a pickup. Of just 2, and that'll make it a second down.
No, check, Patriot!
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Gun!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. That's Malone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a give to Mixon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run here with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back.
Here we go.
But that's one step in the proper direction.
Green 39! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Play action here with Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They'll run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Mixon. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gas.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now Rosen steps away to his left. Now he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on first down.
Gone!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Gone!
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. 3rd down here.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll drop the throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Rosen off the play action. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return is Peterson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 52 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And the Bengals on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now it's Peterson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 2nd down, Rosen dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Arizona. 57 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the... And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Rosen taking it in. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Now this time, Rosen will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now they run with Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the cap.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are in for 6. They'll try and run with Bernard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go play action. It's Rosen being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jordan Willis able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here we go, it's Rosen on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this will be caught at the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds right around the 20. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now back to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Right,
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's got it to Hearns. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Bucky Hodges with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 41 yards. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Detroit!
He's going to get it running right.
Don't be talking.